Hey, I've been sure I've done my character tomorrow. I'll be in the snow, so retro TV and this time I'm doing another movie review. This time I'll be doing RoboCop. This is the 2014 version, this national version. But what happens in this movie, we follow Detective Alex Murphy, and he's trying to find out how illegal guns is getting on the streets of Detroit. And what he finds out is this guy is selling guns from evidence locker of the police department. And the only way that can happen is the guy who's selling it has bad cops on the inside doing this for him. And Alex and his partners trying to figure this out. Well, the two crooked cops that we know about in the first beginning of the movie puts out a hit on them, and when Alex goes home, his car alarm starts going off. So he tells his wife to go back to bed, and he goes and checks on why the alarm keeps going off, but his clicker isn't working. So he's trying to figure out how to turn it off, and the door opens, and he opens up the door, and the car explodes and almost kills Alex Murphy. And after this, Alex Murphy is in a coma for about 3 months, and he's getting dream sequences put in his brain by the doctor of this big corporation that made Alex Murphy RoboCop. I can't remember the name of the corporation, but anyway, Alex Murphy becomes RoboCop, and this big guy who's played by the guy who played the first Batman, anyway, him, and he tries to get the United States government to allow him to have robotic police officers in the United States, because his company has made these police officers all around the world patrolling and keeping people safe, but the United States doesn't want to go through this, and the Senate has voted against this. Well, this whole thing is this guy trying to get the Senate to appeal this thing that they voted on, and he uses Alex RoboCop to do this. And after Alex Murphy gets done with his training, he's able to go home. And all through his training, the guy who's training him doesn't like him, and he makes it known that he doesn't like him, and he's trying to make it where Alex Murphy can't go home, but Alex passes the training. And Alex goes home and meets with his family, and he has a emotional breakdown, and they had to take his dopamine levels down to like 2%, and at this point, the machine basically controls him. And his wife knows something up, and Alex Murphy goes on getting all these criminals off the street, and he starts off with this guy that's hiding in plain sight during RoboCop's inauguration or whatever, and Alex as RoboCop stops him and is able to arrest him. Then he goes on arresting all these people, and then he starts to get controlled back of his mind, and the dopamine levels are starting to go up, and he goes and tries to solve his own murder, and he does. And he goes after the guy who had him killed, and he's able to take him down, and he gets information on the dirty cops. So then he goes to the police precinct and arrests the two dirty cops and the sergeant, because the sergeant or captain or whatever she is was behind this too, and she was the mastermind of this, and they shut him down before he could arrest her. And then they're going to try to shut him down completely and tell everybody that he wound up dying, when really they're just trying to cover up their tracks. And the doctor who made Alex Murphy who he is, RoboCop, turns him back on and takes the control and chip out of him. And Alex Murphy goes after the guy who made him RoboCop, the leader of this corporation or whatever. And he's trying to stop him from getting away, and then Alex Murphy is able to take over his programming and is able to shoot this guy, and that's basically the end of the movie. If y'all have ever watched RoboCop, the new version, what did y'all like about this? As always, Christian and I'll be signing out. Thank you, is awesome. Stay up, so that's your video number 1. See you next time. Yes, hot.